Can we do the drive-through, straight-through parking?
Okay. There are lots of parking entertainment. It's true to say that Brno is the only race where there is a pole dancing tent in the car park. True. I'm only going to sit on Australian Park. Honest to God, the atmosphere there on Sunday is fantastic. It's not cramped because it's a massive circuit. The southern end of the circuit goes up and down from the valley. And if you can hear the valleys, then you can get on the plan and watch it. And that's all managed in general. There's not an awful lot to see in Brno. Brno is an industrial town. But you are literally 100 kilometres from Prague. Apart from being all capital of Europe, it's a great place, a beautiful place. So I go to Brno. If you're taking your wife to one, I'll go to Misano. Misano has the weather, beautiful. It's 100 yards from the beach. We have race parties. The LCR party is on the beach. Food is fantastic. Riccione, which is the nearest town, has all the shops you could want. Everything from Gucci, Prada, to everything else. There you go. And it's the only one by one you go to put up with that one. Oh, where?
You can't get around to see everything, and you've got sheets and sheets of razor wire between you and the track.
They're all getting a bit like that, to be fair. In Spanish now, I mean, there's another one. If you've ever been to Portimao, it's a beautiful circuit, number 6, well, that's the Aragon where we just come from.
Yeah.
It's very, very simple. As a circuit, it's very, very simple. But it is literally in the middle of nowhere. The nearest hotel is 40 miles.
So how much does it actually cost to run a competitive team?
Like a 2-bike
4 points.
A 2-bike Moto3 team, the budget for that is anywhere between 1.2 and 1.4 million euros a year.
Per year.
If you're talking MotoGP, teams like LCR, running a 1-bike team.
Satellites, yeah.
Yeah, satellite team. Their budget this year was about 14.5 million euros.
What about
Well, they never actually tell you, but allegedly Yamaha are underspending between 40 and 60 million euros.
Moto used to get up to 40 million in sponsorship.
Can I ask a technical question on Moto 2?
You can try.
They should bring in a weight limit.
No.
We've got, yes.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
It's actually, the sport is being strangled from both ends, and this is probably why Moto 2 is in serious trouble. Right? And I'll come back to why that is in a second. The top class should be a prototype class. Therefore, the manufacturers should be thrown in there to learn, develop, hopefully things progress on into cars and bikes and whatever. That's a nice PR picture. Some of it does actually get through. But the feeder classes, you should be looking for the talent.
Yeah.
Now, the rule now in Moto 3 is there's a minimum weight that is rider and bike combined, which is 148 kilos. So anybody's feeling big, that's the bike and the rider. And therefore, people who with real talent, and I've been biking against this Britain, Scott Redding has got talent to throw away.
Yeah, he's a big boy though, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's got no hope in hell of keeping up with Marcos because the weight is penalises him because the limit in Moto 2 is the weight of the bike and the rider is what you put on it. And Moto 2 should be like Moto 3, so they equalise the differentiations of the weight, and therefore you get to see the best riders are.
But then you get to put the weight where you want.
Well, technically, if you've got Marcos, you can move the weight around. If you've got
On different tracks.
Well, you can move your weight around, can't you?
But actually,
Yes, right.
You can't ballast one person, you can only ballast the bike.
Yes, but you can move the belt where you need it.
That's actually not true anymore. You can balance the rider.
Well, that's the right thinking about it.
We've done it. With fishing leg weight. Sure.
In your opinion, is the market split the field?
No.
No?
Do you think they'll do it? Will they do it? They have to do it.
Well,
Moto2.
I'll come back to what you said about Moto2 is in serious problems. As of Aragon, which was 2 weeks ago, there were 17 entries for Moto2 for next year. That's half the grid.
Wow.
At Aragon, 34 entries for Moto3 were rejected. Moto3 has a full grid of 36, and 34 were
Wannabes.
people like, well, Grassini tried to get a second bike, Mark VDS tried to run a Moto2 team, Moto3 team, they were all rejected. 34 entries for Moto3 were rejected, and Moto2 has 17 entries.
Why did they get rejected?
They got rejected because the grid's full. The maximum limit is 36 bikes on the grid.
Okay.
And there were another 34 asking to get into Moto, and these were Grand Prix teams.
The team's running 2 bikes.
So they've done away with
No, places, 36 places, grids.
So they've done away with qualifying for teams then?
For what? For Moto2.
Well, in general, years ago, if you had the fastest bike, you were on the grid.
This is why I was coming back to this one.
Yes.
That you can, Moto2 is now cheaper than Moto3.
It didn't matter who had what, if it was the fastest bike that was on the grid.
Yeah, but that's not what you're looking for in a feeder class. This is what you want at the top. This is what you want at the top.
Yeah.
You want to, on the way up, you want to find out who the best riders are. To put them on the best bikes at the top. And Marquez still would have happened to Marquez. Don't get me wrong, Marquez is a huge talent. But he has got a huge advantage in Moto2 because he's 20 kilos lighter than Scott Rowe.
That doesn't work for Danny Pedrosa. He's not won a world championship yet.
He hasn't won a world
It does.
And he's a
Down
late.
the straight, it does work for Danny. He gets off the line quicker than anybody else.
He's not won a world championship. No, he hasn't been a world champion.
Diamond's been there.
Yes.
In your opinion,
Maybe the one that won the championship, right?
has Casey Stoner just got natural talent?
Of course he has.
Above
Of course he
everyone
has.
else?
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
About the morning.
he's an absolute genius and a complete arsehole.
Yes. Stop moaning.
No, he's a fun guy.
He sounds like you.
He is no better than Valentino Rossi was, but he's a completely different rider. They ride.
Well, he's an ex-motocross rider.
There couldn't be two different riders on the grid between the way Rossi rides a bike and the way Stoner rides a bike. They are both in a different league to everybody else out there.
Let me ask
Steve, would you say
Lorenzo
that would be true?
Hang on.
Lorenzo calculated winner? Or
Lorenzo is a
talent?
good balance between the two. He's the best rider out there at the moment. Rossi is now on his way down. Casey will be back in 2 years when he gets the remote control back from Adriano.
Ooh.
But Casey is testing with my brother next week in the Triple A Super League.
Boy.
Sorry.
That was actually my question. Would you agree with the statement that the best thing about Casey Stoner is Adriano?
No, because I like Adriano.
Definitely not.
Casey is a fantastic rider. Absolutely fantastic rider. He can ride bikes.
You can ride anything.
Well, that's his strength. This is the biggest difference. The most obvious difference between like Rossi and Casey is Rossi knows exactly what his bike's going to do when he goes into the corner. Casey hasn't got a clue.
No.
Casey pins it and then sorts the problem out afterwards.
He's not scared.
About Rossi,
The last rider I ever saw, and he's not around anymore, but he rode like Casey was a Brit called Mike Hawthorne. In the 50s and 60s. Exactly the same. Mike Hawthorne.
Oh, Mike Hawthorne.
He was exactly the same as Casey. Now, in that comparison, at the same time, Agostini was exactly the same as Rossi.
Yep.
Love it.
Completely different styles. Both world class.
Love it.
In your opinion, Valentino winner of the world championship?
The Honda and the Flat.
There was just another big squabble going on tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, His Highness didn't show up for the meeting, the South of the manufacturer
Which is the highness?
of Dorman
Oh, Carmelo.
Carmelo.
Yeah, Carmelo's Honda have threatened to pull out of MotoGP in 2014 because of the ECU. Honda said, yeah, Honda.
What they want,
If Honda pull
everyone
out,
wants is factory, one ECU, everybody has the same. So no special electronics, everyone runs the same bag.
if Honda pull out, we're going to Honda. Honda paid for most of MotoGP.
But we can't have a ECU that controls everything. It stops the advancement of the sport, doesn't it?
Yes.
Does it? Formula One does well enough without that to put it down on the ECU.
Yeah, but it's not about riding, it's about
Driving,
driving, it's about cars.
It's about money.
It's more about the vehicle rather than
Honda
riding.
Honda can spend 20 million developing a 1/10 of a second advantage and the other car.
It's
Which is not fair.
Yeah.
Well, it's not necessarily, it's not fair, I'm
The way it should be.
I'm a capitalist. But in terms of the sport,
But it should be,
somebody just
actually.
runs away and then everybody else says no thank you. I mean, this is another true story. I tell you, the big problem with Moto 2 you mentioned, one of the big problems is that the sponsors don't like it because it's a Honda engine. Not because it's Honda, because it's a sale.
Yeah.
No competition and competitiveness. When Honda took that contract on, and bearing in mind that Honda controlled the sport without a shadow of a doubt, it was because the only cheap company to bid for it were Honda. And what Honda said when they got to the end of the bidding day was it happened to be the same year that Kawasaki were pulling out of MotoGP. Honda, it's no word of a lie, Honda said to Dorna and Ota, give the contract for free to Kawasaki. They said, they don't have to pay for it because technically you have to pay.
Yeah.
But Honda said, give this contract to Kawasaki because we want to keep them in the sport. And Kawasaki said no. That is why you have Honda 600 in MotoGP.
If I can wind you back a couple of minutes there, mate. You just said about Casey Stoner going to Triple Eight Racing.
Oh yeah. My brother is the team manager. He was poached from Dick Johnson. His name's Adrian Burgess and he used to be from my name's Steve Burgess. He's my brother. Okay.
Stone Brothers Racing.
He's testing.
I knew he was heading over the VFC.
He can't ride it. He can't race it.
No,
In your opinion, does Jorge have the same talent that Casey does? No. Jorge's a very different rider. He's
Yeah, Jorge is world champion and will be a world champion again. And because Casey hasn't got the same talent as Rossi, and Rossi hasn't got the same talent as Casey. They are completely different riders. They are both world class.
Okay.
Lorenzo is world class.
Will Valentino get back on track with
I was gobsmacked to see him running third this morning. He won't win a race.
starting practice?
He won't win a race.
What about when he goes to the camera?
He won't win a race. He may get a podium, he won't win a race on the hour.
You better quickly go.
Why is that?
Oh.
Where's that?
Valentino's a little late.
I got married last year, and Valentino sent me a wedding present.
Oh, you just bad-mouthed him there.
He is world class. He will not win another race.
And it's been by through this year.
Yes, he will if it rains.
He won't be allowed to beat Lorenzo.
That's all right. You have your opinion.
He won't be allowed to beat Lorenzo if Lorenzo's still running.
Really?
Correct,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So what happens with Pedrosa and
Stoner's not doing the job. Stoner's job this weekend is to be in front of the one thing I have to do is there is literally no pattern.
will they be saying what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, I think we'll call that, I think we'll just call that, you right, Steve? Or you want to keep going, mate? I was just going to say,